Good evening, video gamers. We just came off of the last Epoch stream where we were running into more technical issues. No surprise. And I thought, screw it, let's hop on Trove. I want to do more streaming today. Also, I like how this guy... Sorry, streaming, but I just put a Flux guide out the other day. Okay, Bush. That's enough. Oh my god. Oh, my legs are numb. Ugh. Oh my god. Yeah, this is gonna be super casual stream today, boys. I'm hoping to get the stupid bamboo dragon done today. Oh my god, Bush. Okay, one sec, guys. I gotta get her a chair. What it is, like, cats like being up higher, but the dogs do too. You know what? Enjoy chair stream for a second, because I'm literally coming like right off of the last stream, so I got Pete. We're off to a great start. Great start with this stream. What is Last Epoch? Basically, it's another Diablo type game. So I like it because it's really grindy and really smart with how it is designed, with its end game and so on and so forth. And you know what? Oh, sweet Jesus. Pepsi, please sponsor me. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh, so good. For those of you that don't know, I've been doing this kind of mini gold. Like every now and then I just kind of feel like I'm having too much pop. So I have been stopping since before we did our Cuba trip. Normally I would have like one of these mini Pepsis a day. I try to limit myself to one, but yeah, for the past few weeks, I've been having like maybe one a week, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna spoil myself and still help me. It's so good. Oh my god. How many streams will the bamboo dragon take? Well, we're at 70 fragments right now, so if I pace myself properly, we can get it done today in this stream. Probably under 2 hours. But as I said, this is going to be super casual. When do you think will be the next major update for Trove? It's anyone's guess. Hopefully in March. Let's say that. I've been really toxic towards their Twitter lately. I don't know if you've seen. I think it's funny. I don't know if they do. Oh, excuse me. Like, what did the more recent thing they posted? They're like, oh, there's Dragon Effigy pack is back in the store. Which dragon will you want to get out of the effigy? And I just basically told them, like, it's like the dragon effigy doesn't work on any new dragons. Yeah, we did start the Drive to Survive. We didn't get too far into it, but I'm happy it's out. Unfortunately, Netflix is, you know, really trying to push all their dumb drama, but oh, sweet God. Help me. Bro, I wonder if... I wish Trove was more popular so that someone, like a modder, could start making like some Elden Ring skins in this game. Because that would be dope, wouldn't it? It kind of low-key makes me want to come out of retirement and start making my own mods and skins. Okay. Bamboo. Right. Matt, where have you been, you freak? Elden Ring, bro. I added you multiple times. You just didn't reply. But also, hello, gamers. Hello to anybody else that I may have missed. Let's get this stupid dragon done with, dude. Oh my God. No, I know, Matt. It's all good. I'm just teasing. Did you see all the Elden Ring stuff though, Matt? Like, I hope you're not living in a cave, because yeah, Shadow of the Erd Tree coming in June. Trailer, beautiful. 8 new weapon types, gang. They even talked about how dual wielding shields will be viable. My joke build made it into the game. Oh, good. You almost peed yourself when you saw it? Bruh, I threw up internally and had a minor heart attack. And my wallet is going to kill me. Yeah. So I did put a video earlier today, Prism, about the interview they did with Miyazaki, and he kind of confirmed a few things. The most notable things for me was that progression is going to be different because there's going to be a sort of power rating in the DLC, which I hope basically translates into, oh, it doesn't matter if you're in Journey +7. The DLC is tied to its own difficulty progression. I hope, because that means we can actually play together. But they confirmed that there's 8 new weapon types on top of additional weapons to each category. But they confirmed that the blade shields, throwing daggers, martial arts. So all of that is actually going to end up being its own category of weapons. So I'm freaking pumped, dude. I kind of low-key have been wanting to, like, I've been playing Elden Ring again lately, but it's like there's a part of me that wants to stream it, but at the same time, there's nothing to do in that game for me. Like, all I'm doing is grinding levels. But I might do it as like a like a super casual stream where I'm just kind of grinding and chilling. But anyway. Been grinding all my characters so I can play the DLC on them. Ah, yes. The true end gamer. See, the problem is I'm too addicted to, like, the way that my brain works. I like having one centralized character. It's a problem. Because no matter how many times I would start new characters or beat the game with Elden Ring, I always come back to my main guy. Start doing invasions on stream. I don't care about the PvP that much to do it. It could be funny. But I was just open world exploring with Val the other night. It was pretty fun. Apparently, like, he wants to go to the Erd Tree because apparently there's a Malenia dagger that both of us missed. So I kind of want to go for that. Maybe I'll stream that later. But yeah, we were just wandering around in the swamp killing giant lobsters and then got invaded. And it was really funny. Oh god, because the invaders started using Mohg's spear. Like, you know, where he stabs up into the air and then it basically just staggers you with bleed. And he got me really weak, and then I've been using the gigantic, like, cleaver champion axe with a bleed ash of war on it. And I got one hit on him, and it nearly killed him. And then Val finished him off. It was just so funny. Like, everyone's so squishy and doesn't... Like, everyone underestimates how much damage my guy does, because they're like, ah, he's just a melee idiot. I just love Elden Ring. I still got plenty of things that I could do in Journey 7. Like, I didn't do the Volcanic Manor. I hope I haven't killed Moog, because I want to kill him when the DLC comes out. But we'll see what happens with it. Don't worry, guys, we're gonna get this stupid dragon. As a reminder for anyone that might be just tuning in and doesn't know what's going on, we are grinding for the bamboo dragon. The beacons that you see coming out of the bamboo is a mod, of course, and the bamboo itself is I don't know if the bamboo resource is time limited, but the dragon certainly is. They did confirm it will come to consoles at some point, but it's not gonna be anytime soon. You fell off, bro. No, you just got muted on the channel. Oh, so sad. Also, yeah, hi Mongo. I saw you earlier. I'm sorry I didn't say hello directly to all of you guys, but yes, hello gamers. This will be the last time that we do the bamboo, because we had 70 fragments and we were getting it every few hours, so like we were getting a pretty decent amount. Like, I think overall it's gonna take me around 4 or 5 hours to get this dragon in total. Can you sell bamboo? Nah, of course not. It's Trove. Bro, the devs are obsessed with this MMO game and trying to make it not an MMO. But yeah, the thing that's kind of dumb, so for those of you that don't know, basically you grind bamboo and then you can end up getting an ally that increases your chance of getting more fragments. You gotta kind of do that immediately. But other than that, most people get more bamboo than they end up getting the dragon fragments. Typical. What's your plan after the dragon? Yeah, I honestly have no idea. Like, I'm fine with stuff like this because it gives me something to do with this game. But I guess once I'm done with this, I'll end up making a video highlighting it, like highlighting the dragon, so that I don't have to, you know, people don't have to siphon through hours and hours of streams. And then I'll have to sit and try to figure out like other videos to do, just shorter, quicker ones. But I'll have to find something that I can start grinding again. Fishing? But fishing sucks, dude. It's so bad, like, I don't even want to do it. Like, I like the idea of fishing streams because then we get to just sit and chill. But fishing itself is just, like, so boring. It's like, no. Oh, look, guys, Yippee is, like, friends with that other guy. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, that's so sad. Wow. Oh, damn. You got me good, bro. Oh, I'm like, I felt that. I like how trolls think they have like any sort of impact at all. Like, just in general, like, funny. Hey, Chronicle. Hopefully we still have a new update on PTS soon. Currently 2 weeks behind their current schedule, so that would be something, hopefully. Oh yeah, true. I honestly completely forgot about the test server. That's true. Yeah. Hopefully by next week, maybe? Next Tuesday? Or something like that. Maybe even this week, secretly. They'll squeeze it in. But I hope we get something worthwhile. If any of you guys notice the test server go online, like, just throw me a DM or at me in Discord or something, because I honestly don't check. And I don't know if anybody else really plays Trove as much anymore, you know? Like, namely, like Joe and stuff like that. Like, my inner circle. This biome is dead. Good lord. Can I create a new world? Oh, nice. But yeah, hopefully we see something soon. You're right, Chronicle. Was hoping it was going to be this week, but at this hour on Friday, they said no. Good, at least you got a freaking answer from them, dude. Can't really complain about that, right? Hey, Val. Yeah, just heads up, Val. Lost Ark might still be down. I basically streamed it for a little bit, got to like level 24 or something, and then, haha, more issues, more maintenance, and it was just like, I'm done. Like, oh, did I say Lost Ark? Lost Epoch. My bad. Did anyone know if the update is coming to console? You mean with the Bamboo Dragon? Yes. It is supposedly coming to consoles before it's gone. But who knows when that's going to be. Hopefully next week. I don't know. Yeah, I like how everyone keeps calling, like, everyone keeps making the joke load epoch, which, as much as the game still has technical issues, they did resolve the loading issues. So, unfortunately, that joke does not work anymore. It's just that there still is a lot of technical issues going on. The funny thing is, like, the servers didn't even technically go down. Like, I was still in town. I could still chat with people and stuff. It's just, the server, like, for loading the new areas was technically offline for, like, I don't know. They said, like, 15 minutes or something. So, it should be back up now, actually, come to think of it, because we've already been streaming for, like, longer than that. Here on Trove. Oh, God. Yeah, I do appreciate genuinely how transparent the last Epoch devs have been. Like, oh my god. Only for streamer. No, I don't have any streamer stuff with last Epoch. They don't know who I am. Maybe it could be your region. Like, they are loading the update out for people. Or, again, if you're trying to play right now, like, they did say, like, on their Discord that they were having some downtime to load out a patch that was gonna fix things. But yeah, I've been having fun with it. I did get Necromancer, and it's pretty cool so far. My only issue is leveling is pretty slow right now, and I just want to get stronger so I can start experimenting. But oh, is it co-op problems that they're trying to fix? Whereas, okay, is it just preference between volatile? Sorry, G-Man, what did you say earlier? Oh, also Chronicle saying the devs didn't say that the PTS is not going up. It's just that the PTS didn't go up. So that was your answer. Ah, yes. Meanwhile, last Epoch constantly updating people about like all the issues that they're trying to resolve. Like, come on, Trove devs. The thing is, it's so frustrating because it's like it takes 2 seconds to make a post and just let people know what's going on. So frustrating. Don't worry, guys. We're almost done with the bamboo farm, and then... Oh my god, this biome's dead again already. Are you kidding me? And then we can just start wandering around doing nothing. Trying to think what else I should end up grinding. What were we grinding before the bamboo? Oh yeah, the professions, which I can actually finish the martial arts profession now, so... How many bamboo do I got? I'm not sure. We'll check in a bit. We're not there yet, so there's no point checking. And the more often we check, it's just gonna make it feel like it's going slower. Oh, Lord. Grind Luna Eclipsia. Oh, that involves the delves, though. It was already hard enough grinding the stupid, what was it called? That new biome? Castle Catastra? That's it. Oh, this way. Let alone, like, imagine grinding that much delves, but it's not Castle Catastra, so it's just way worse. Like, at least that biome was good, but, man. The thing is, there's so many things that, like, that are slowly going out of my brain as far as, like, knowledge with this video game. Like the Necronomicon. I never grinded it. But I don't even remember how to grind it. Like, because there's nowhere in the game that it mentions it. It was just in the patch notes, right? So it's like, oh. Hey, Miss Rhett. Yeah. I know, Chronicle. Like, at least they teased that NPC. But as I mentioned, like, in the past couple streams, I know you weren't there for them, but, like, I don't know. I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm assuming that NPC is just going to be something super lackluster and lazy. Maybe even just an event. They do kind of hint and say new heights for your player, but it's like, do they mean literally going up? Or do they mean progression? In which case, the progression, I'm calling it now. If they do end up adding a new form of progression to the game, that just makes us stronger. It's just going to be more parasitic designed garbage, where it's going to be like the Trove skill tree or Paragon levels, where it's something completely separate from the rest of the game that requires brand new resources that you have to grind through brand new means. Not new gameplay, by the way, just grinding, you know, by killing like a new enemy type or some new stupid plant resource or some crap, you know? Because that's what they just keep doing one after another, and it's just like, bro, first of all, we don't need to get stronger. I don't know, maybe I'm just too jaded now. I hope I'm pleasantly surprised, and it's just like, oh, actual good update. Yes, but at the same time, I can't see it because a year of bad updates has poisoned my mind. Dang, dude, that's a lot of bamboo. Ooh. No, the Necronomicon was, that was not Castle Catastra, if I recall, Miss Rhett. It was something to do with one of the Adventure World NPCs that could randomly spawn or something. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I mean, I guess I should be on the positive side, like, oh, sweet, we're gonna have a Trove update, cool. But I don't know, man. It's like, I'm so sick of, like, not good updates, I guess, is the thing. Yeah, I don't think it's an event. I think it's a new update. I'm just kind of, like, saying, you know, like, I'm just saying it would be, like, very lame, and I wouldn't be surprised. But who knows? Oh, remember to grab the... No. I don't need to grab the Karma Miss Ret. I only have one level in martial arts left, actually. So I can max it out. I just haven't yet. Kind of want to get this dragon first. And then maybe just make like a YouTube short of maxing out the stupid profession. And then I'll never need to touch it again. Wow. Almost like it was just a waste of time developing all of that. Do we have a date for the update? No. Of course not. They just teased that there is an update coming. But nah. We don't got anything. I should still, you're right though, Miss Ret. Like I should still grab the karma if I try to remember to, but you know, slow down my dragon grinding. Because I need at least enough positive karma to max it out, but at the same time, it's like, who cares? You need a ton of karma for the allies and mounts. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess. I guess that's what I could grind next. Once we're done with this dumb dragon. Because, yeah, I don't want to do that right now. But, yep. That's what I'll do next. Right now I'm running around shooting everything. Next step is running around pressing E on everything. Gameplay. What has happened to this video game, dude? Oh. True endgame content. Letterwares. When to augment gems? Probably not until you have gems worth augmenting, like genuinely. I'd say maybe you want to level up your gems just to give you a PR boost so that you could handle like U10 and stuff like that, but generally you're not going to actually bother augmenting those unless they're already perfect gems. Because that's basically just forcing them into being good. I would recommend a Road to Mastery 1 series. No, God, no. The problem is a lot of the things that I'm missing for Mastery are some of the most boring things imaginable, and they require like 20 hours each. Like with something like this, I'm having fun, you know? It's stupid, and I keep making fun of it because, you know, this isn't much in terms of gameplay or excitement. But it's, you know, it's just flying around, having numbers go up. Like, it's kind of the same as doing dungeons, just instead of fighting enemies, I'm shooting plants, right? But the stuff that I'm missing from Mastery is Fishing 2.0, some of the gardening pets, you know, like, I can't be bothered. I'm not interested in getting max Mastery. And, you know, I kind of unsubscribed from getting max Mastery a couple years ago, because otherwise I was max Mastery, and then they kept adding really, really stupid, dumb, boring things to the game, and I was just like, yeah, I don't want to do that. And you know what? I've been having so much more fun. The same as like when Paragon levels came out. Like, I think back in the day, I would have been grinding Paragon levels like crazy just because of the number. But at the same time, you know, it doesn't really do anything for your character. Like, if Paragon levels gave you stats, then I might actually be, like, grinding. And trying to get, like, oh, I'm 1,000 Paragon level, guys. Bah. But at the same time, it's, you know, it doesn't do anything other than clout. And even then, grinding XP in this game is so freaking boring. Because, haha, delves. Delves are my favorite. Excuse me. You need a total like 10k positive karma and negative karma. The negative karma, I got plenty of that. Positive karma is going to take a while, which I'll... See, that's the thing. I'm playing the long game. I'll eventually get all those things. Or I'll forget. Whichever I'm satisfied with. Like, if I keep remembering to grind up my positive karma per week, okay, cool, but... I'm not too worried about it. And then if we actually have like a substantial good update, then it won't matter and we won't need things to distract ourselves with because we'll actually have something to do again. This is kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of like stuff to do in this game. The funny thing is that this bamboo dragon is not even like old. It's like new. And it's still like absolute garbage in terms of like content. Like, look at this, dude. Imagine adding this to the video game and then putting a time limit on it so that players have to grind it out. Like, time-gated, time-limited dragons? Are you kidding me? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It's almost like if this dragon took like 5 or 6 hours to complete and get, but they had like a very limited amount of time to actually like complete that. It's almost like dragon effigies would actually have incentive to buy. Oh my God. And then the dragon could get cycled out. You can't complete the event anymore to get the dragon, but the dragon effigy would still work on the dragon. Oh my God, it's almost like that idea would make this game money. But nope, the dragon effigy doesn't work on the bamboo dragon. So why is it in the game? Just so like frustrating because it's like you'd think their top priority, like things like this bamboo dragon, it feels like it should just be something added to the game in order to monetize it, right? But then it doesn't get monetized. So it's just like, okay, then why is it here? And why are you pushing dragon effigies in the store? Unless their actual like smooth brain tactic is to trick people. Like, ooh, a dragon effigy, guys. And then people go, oh, maybe it'll work on a bamboo dragon. Whoops. It didn't. I'm very salty today. Nitro glittering gardening worth it? You can't garden nitro. As far as I recall. But I already got a flux farming tutorial, so people will sound off in the comments about stuff that I would have forgotten in the video, but generally it seemed like I covered most bases. Not being funny, is this game still active on PlayStation? Yeah, I mean, it's free to play, of course it is. I don't play on console anymore, but I do still hear from you guys that are on console. Obviously, PC is where it's at, but... There is nitro gardening? Really? Dang, I totally forgot that there... yeah, I didn't even think that there was. How? No, wait. How would you do that in gardening? It's an ore. Is that just something I completely forgot about? It might be. I mean, I haven't touched gardening in years. There's a seed. Oh, there is. Oh, right. Right. It was worthwhile, right? If I recall, like the cost ratio. Yeah, sorry, I completely forgot about that. Because, yeah, they did end up adding, like, golden souls, somber, yeah, all that, yeah. It's very worth it. You need flux to start. Right, because the insta-growers and crap. Yeah, like, it requires an investment. That's right. Yeah, thanks, guys. Forgot all about it. I'm not sure what you're saying, HX. But yeah, no, my clubs are not active on console anymore. Everyone who I left in charge of it eventually moved on from Trove. I'm like the only freak who still plays this game. And then all I do is complain. Complain that there's nothing to do, because it's like, I want to play. I still love this game. But it's just most of the things that I can do at this point are kind of all the same. Run around and press E on plants. Oh, there's a bunch. Kind of. Oh, I wish they would add a new class, dude. We've already speculated so many times about classes that I would love to see in this game. It's not going to happen. All the classes that I want would actually require work and effort. Sorry. It would require imagination. Because let's be real, they put a lot of work into the classes. Like, Solarian turned out really, really solid. I do wish they would actually, like, get their head out of their butts and, you know, go back to just making classes in this game. Because in my opinion, that's the best, like, content. And I think easier than them wasting all their time working on a tax update that's clearly very complicated. Just doesn't work with this video game. Like, the funny thing is, every now and then, you know, I get to talk with my brother, and, you know, he doesn't even play this game. He doesn't even really play games as much anymore. And even, you know, even when I tell him, like, what's been going on with Trove and how it's like, oh, yeah, they added taxes, and he's just like, why? And it's like, yep, I don't know. And he, you know, and it's like he's even saying all the things that we've talked about, too, where it's like, well, does the currency go towards anything? And it's like, no, it just goes to the void. And he's like, why? Like, yep, I know. It's like the tax update as a whole was actually really smart, but then they missed the last step where it was supposed to actually, like, do something. So many of the more Trove updates that happened over last year were just like that, where it just fizzled out right at the end. You know, same as us even criticizing this bamboo dragon and how a dragon effigy doesn't work on it. It's like, did you guys forget? Like, why did you bother wasting all this time on this? You know? But anyways. Hey, Proto. Hey, everybody else. The mod doesn't show on Steam for me. Which mod? Oh, the bamboo mod? Because it's probably not on Steam Workshop. It's on Trove Tools, I assume. Trying to remember if somebody threw this mod to me or... it's probably on Trove Tools. Not everything gets converted into the Steam Workshop because it does require a lot of extra steps that are quite annoying. Yeah, I hope we get a new class this year, man. Legit. Hopefully it doesn't cost 500 million gem dust. That's actually, like, so true. That's the problem, dude, is they're gonna make whatever new class comes into the game. Like, you just gotta accept the fact that you're gonna have to buy the class pack. That's the thing. I'm not against, like, spending money on this game either. It's just, I know for a lot of other people it can be quite frustrating, but... I'm a returning player after quitting 2017. What did I miss? I mean, quite a few things, but I'm trying to think. I mean, here's the classes now. There's also U11, a new biome, reworks to all the classes. Gunslinger's the only one who still kind of sucks. Shadow Tower's removed for Delves. I don't know. I got a video talking about all the updates for returning players, but I need to make like a new video of that, honestly. But I'm kind of waiting again, like I'm kind of holding back on like doing my usual like updated videos and stuff for things like that because again, you know, we're all holding our breath for the hopes that there's gonna actually be a worthwhile update this year for Trove, which there may not be. All right, how many fraggies we got? 84. Ouch. Okay, the rates are terrible today. Holy crap. Ooh, that's bad. Ooh. Dang. Why is the Bard pack so much more expensive than the Solarian pack? Because they don't know how to price things. Told you Dragon Day didn't work. No, I know Dragon Day didn't work, Miss Rhett. I mean, the thing is, I'm still getting really lucky compared to you. I'm still only getting this dragon in like 4 or 5 hours or something. So it's not awful. It's just, I kind of expected like by 40 minutes that we would be a bit further. I'm just realizing I gotta kind of pace myself a little bit. So we'll just kind of sit here for a moment while I recuperate. Answer a couple more questions. Nope, I know the class pack doesn't come with Solarian or Bard. Yep, you gotta buy them separately. Which is kind of dumb, but at the same time, that class pack is just such a good value, it doesn't matter. They screwed over Shadow Tower. They removed Shadow Tower. Well, Shadow Towers is technically still in the game, but they moved all of the resources into the Delves instead. Which I'm okay with. It's just this visual style of the Delves is so boring. Because it's just an infinite cave rather than an infinite dungeon, which would actually be cool. The music in Shadow Tower went so hard. You're joking, right? Dude, I have PTSD with the Shadow Tower music. It's so bad. It is so terrible. One of the worst soundtracks in any video game I've ever played. I guess the desert theme is worse. The funny thing is, Trove's newer songs are actually bangers. I wish they would overhaul the sound design. Make better sound effects for everything, you know, change the music so it's actually good across the board. Because the music would go a long way if it was, you know, as good as the trailers. You guys ever see the Trove trailers? There's not many of them, but they have like this cool pixel music and stuff, and they act like it's all action, and it's like there's nothing in the game that sounds like that. Like the problem is that the way that the music and sound effects work in this game, it's not MIDI files or anything like that, so unfortunately it's not something people can mod. Because, oh man, if people could mod in their own songs and stuff, oh. Then I could mod in my own sound effect pack. You heard an enemy and just goes... Or like this guy... Die. Also, yes, Prism. I want my samurai class. I mean, don't even get me started on like all the stuff that I want for classes in this game, dude. We've already discussed it many times. It is possible to make custom sounds though, really, but it's overly complicated, isn't it, Chronicle? Because I don't think anyone's ever done it. It does have quite amount of limitations though. Okay. Yeah, not worth it, basically, is the too long didn't read. I guess that's cool that it exists, but is Gonda better than a Bomber Royale mount, or is it just preference? No, Bomber Royale mount's better, because it's almost instant with the vertical height versus Gonda. I got a whole video talking about it. Just check the channel. The other mount that actually keeps up is the Cosmic Dragon, because it gives you really, really high jump height. It's just that that thing sucks, so I never use it. The thing is, the Bomber mount, like, you can just pop out, bop, and you go 10 blocks high. Whereas with Gonda, you'd have to pop the mount out, and then you gotta mash your spacebar. So that's kind of the primary difference. Obviously, if you have less jump, the Gonda mount essentially just gives you infinite jump, because you can always just refresh your jump on the gold blocks. So in that regard, it's still valuable. It's not like it's not valuable. It's just the Bomber mount is functionally better for like end game freaks like me that have too much stats. I also just like how quick it is, like the you know, the get on mount, get off kind of thing. Hello, I am shooting those. Is that in the cornerstone? Oh my god, it is. Okay. I knew something was suspicious there. Last epoch time. Yes, Val, do it. I might hop on in a bit, but we'll see. I kind of feeling a little burnt out today. But it'll probably be... I'll probably still hop on despite saying that. Please. The hit detection is just so bad for me right now. What the heck? Wow, look at that, guys. It's clean. 2 cornerstones right beside each other. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of that. That's kind of cool. I don't know if I've ever seen that, or, well, I probably have, just don't remember. I still think cornerstones should show up on the map. They do in, like, Cursed Skyland. No, not Cursed Skyland. Just the normal Skyworld from back in the day. Sometimes you see such weird generation. Yeah, anyone who's just tuning in, just quick summary. We're farming bamboo, which is a new temporary resource until March 31st. It isn't on console yet. Don't know when. But basically we get bamboo, which is a new resource, and then we also get new dragon fragment. Which we're gonna finish that dragon today, so help me. So it's just gonna take a little bit, which is why it's like such a super chill stream. And why I also apologize that I haven't had like a normal Trove video in a while, but this has kind of been eating up my time with Trove, so. Oh, there we go. I was gonna throw an origin portal down because I'm used to being in Geode's surface, but... Why am I picking this loot up? I don't know. Because I collect things, I guess. I like the Shadow Tower music. Yeah, I think it's just because I've heard it so much. Like you'll notice that anytime I make Trove videos, I don't have my headphones in and or anything. Because I don't know, it's like I've been playing this game for so long, like I hate the sounds in this game. They just hurt my ears at this point. Plus, bro, the best song in the game was the PvP music back in the day. I say back in the day because they added more notes to it. You guys remember? You'd go in PvP and it would go bum ba 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 bum 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 ba 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 bum 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 ba 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 bum bum. And that was it. It would just loop. So the worst song in the entire game. Oh, God. I hope whoever wrote that song got fired. Oh, wait, they did. Because Trine Worlds went bankrupt. Sad to say. God, I'm mean today. I don't know why. I just woke up on the wrong side of the bed, I guess. It's okay. It's all out of love. No, it's not. I hate this game. I hate this game so much I want to quit. I'm kidding. I do love this game. But, devs, please try harder. Please, for the love of God, give me something that I can actually do in this game that's fun. Please. Please give me new classes. Please give me a new class that I can actually main instead of the Shadowhunter. Just, devs, give me my Ghost of Tsushima samurai character for the love of God. I know exactly how to design him. Just send me an email, okay? Please. Do it! It would have 3 stances. It would swap between AoE, single target, and speed. And it would all synergize. Lots of other class ideas, but so help me. I just want a cool samurai character, dude. Oh no, they're not giving me anything, Ben. You're absolutely right. Hey, Banana, first time in chat. Also, Agao. Agao! Thanks for the raid, bro. Appreciate you. Don't worry, they'll leave right away. Played Trove in 2018 until 2021, jumped into your live. Oh my God, the game still exists. Yes, it does. Funny enough, this is actually still one of Game Ago's most successful games. Thank God. I still love this game, dude. Like, genuinely, I mean, you guys know me. As much as I'm harsh on this game, I'm also the first one to defend it. But unlike most people, I don't get butthurt when they like talk down about it. Because I've always kind of been that way, like very critical. And I mean, I still think Trove is like, bro, look at this. This game's beautiful. We're all used to it now, but there's no MMOs that look like this. There's barely any games that look like this. Big voxel, random generated world with like actually really good over-the-shoulder action combat. Bro. I still will die on this hill saying Trove has potential. It could be a big boy game. Could be one of the biggest MMOs out there, but unfortunately the dev team's so small and keeps adding stupid things like taxes. Oh God. Yeah, later ago. Lots of things I don't like about this game, but it is a very great game I've spent many hours on. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is like, I think a lot of people take advantage of the fact that they, you know, that a lot of the complaints that we have are after like hundreds of hours of playing, which happens with most any game, really. I've got a laundry list of games that I've played to the point where I hate them now. Trove's just not one of them. I don't know. I'm a freak. Like, this is just one of my favorite games. If not, I guess statistically, it's my favorite game. Like when there's, oh dude, there's nothing like when there's a new update for Trove that you can just dig your teeth into. Like it's really good. It's just been over a year since we've had a good update like that. And then it's like the highs are really high, but the lows are really low. But a lot of that also has to do with the fact that, you know, so many of us are already end game, and as much as we criticize the end game, let's be real, we're criticizing the end game. Because the grind of just the normal game, you know, and getting your gems and getting your gear and all that stuff, that takes like such an absurd amount of time. It's actually insane. But once you get past that, then there's nothing else to do except mastery farm, and that's boring. Pyrodisc crucial for Shadowhunter? Yeah, I would say so, just because it's a speed class. Pyrodisc is only non-essential with boss killing classes, but I would still probably recommend that you want it so that you can actually have like some speed. Is that our cornerstone? No, it's just being stupid. Good. Closest we're gonna get to Trove is Hightail when it comes out. And oh my god, I don't know if you guys have seen the Hightail Twitter. It's just like, I'm excited for that game. You know, I'm ecstatic for when it comes out, but so help me, the person that's managing their socials is like worse than Trove. They're actually awful. You want to know what's actually worse? Wait, this is really mean. You want to know what's actually worse than the person who manages the Hightail Twitter and like posts blogs and stuff that don't make any sense because it's just internal things? Hightail content creators. Imagine being a content creator for a game that doesn't exist. Because they're out there. It's so sad. I don't know how they do it. And they have a following too. It's like, what? What's wrong with these people? There's literally nothing to talk about. There's no game. Oh. Like I saw a tweet earlier today from like a Hightail content creator. It's like, guys, there's a job listing for someone that's going to handle the monetization of Hightail. It's like, I'm just sitting here thinking, I thought they were already bought by Riot Games. Why are they hiring people? Like, what? Of course they're going to monetize it. And they're like, oh, now that they finally confirmed that it's going to... And it's like, they already confirmed it in one of the earlier interviews. They're going to monetize it with skins, bro. Like... Sorry. I'm obviously very hyped for Hightail. This is why it bothers me so much. Oh, God. Yeah, I would argue Pyrodisc is crucial for every class, because what are you gonna swap it for, right? As a person who played Trove probably 3 years ago, I wonder what is the state of the game. Is it dead or still on a solid player base? It's a solid player base. I don't think it's ever gonna hit peak again. That's the best way that I could put it. The community is still quite small now in comparison to what it used to be, obviously. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, the player base kind of comes in waves. Because it's like, if there's an actual worthy update, everybody hops on. Everyone gets into it. And then the new update dies, and, you know, inevitably, just as video games do, and then people move on. And then I'm sitting here just doing this. Grinding the last few remnants of my sanity away by getting the last bits of mastery I need that actually feels achievable. But that's okay, because I'm having fun. Oh, God. Hightail was announced way too early in development. Well, that was their trick, Villager number 9. Great username, by the way. They basically had like kind of, let's say it like it is. The Hightail trailer was super fake. It was kind of showing the potential of what they could design, and then they shopped it out to publishers, and Riot Games bought them up. And then the reason why the game has been taking so long is because they were originally going to make the game on Java, because it's what the Hightail devs know, because, you know, they're modders of Minecraft. And then Riot Games was like, no, we want this to simultaneously launch on console and actually be crossplay. So you're going to design a new game engine, you lazy, stupid, dumb idiots. And they're like, uh-oh. And that's why Hightail's been taking so long, because they basically have all of the game mechanics designed and ready. It's just that the game engine itself, they had to start designing from scratch. So overall, the delay was worth it, because it means, you know, it's going to be crossplay. We'll all get to play together, whether you're on console or not, because games have to be designed for crossplay right out of the gate. Otherwise, it's almost impossible to convert a game into crossplay. then you end up getting what happened with Warframe, where it like, what did it take them like years to sort it out? And they got like, of course Warframe did it. They've got like infinite money. I'm still hyped as hell for Hytale though, dude. Like legitimately. I still think it's funny how GTA 6 is gonna come out before Hytale does. The meme has come full circle. Which is hilarious. How many we at? 92, we're getting there. Okay, break so that I can catch up on some of your guys' comments. Trove is addicting. Well, I mean, every game kind of technically can be, but yes. Later, Willow. Have a good one, man. Had my spike of addiction for the game for 3 to 4 months, which is saying a lot. Most games don't last that long. But then it got too repetitive, and in the same time, the content wasn't challenging. Yes. There's not much that challenges players in this game at the moment, unfortunately, even though they keep adding things to make us stronger, which kind of sucks. But that's kind of the thing, is eventually it gets to the point where you stop grinding like power, and you know, your goals become a lot less clear with Trove at the end game, because essentially you're just grinding for the sake of it, you know? Like right now it's like, do I need this bamboo dragon? No, but I'm still going to keep grinding it just because it's like, okay. And then, you know, for those of you that are returning or just tuning in randomly, basically what's going on with Trove's state at the moment, and a lot of other end gamers kind of feel this way, is we're just kind of waiting for the devs to actually add some new form of difficulty. You know it's coming because they keep hinting at it both on their socials and in-game as well. But what we're very, very cautiously optimistic about is that they're just going to end up adding Crystal 5 and a new tier of Uber difficulty, which would be so lame. Because they kind of already did that. You know, we have U11, we have Crystal 4 gear and stuff, and that was pretty cool when they added it. But at the same time, it's really lazy and very short-lived. Just because it's like, that's, you know, that's power creep for the sake of power creep, not because we actually need it. And unfortunately, there's not really anything challenging in the game right now. Like even Leviathans are just an absolute joke. And all they can really do from this point is, because our damage scaling goes so high, all they can do is just basically make enemies have more resistance to damage. And it's like, okay. But what about new mechanics that make it more challenging? Which obviously requires a lot more effort, which is why it doesn't happen. But yeah. You hear about the dumpster fire, Skull and Bones? I've heard it's actually pretty good, honestly. I think people are too harsh on it. No, the dumpster fire was, what was it? The Suicide Squad game. That's the bad one. Skull and Bones is basically Ubisoft's Sea of Thieves. I don't care about it at all, but apparently, once you get into Skull and Bones, it's like Sea of Thieves, but there's actually things to do instead of just sailing for 5 hours. I would like a roguelike kind of mini game where the more you're able to progress, the more loot you get. That would be cool, actually. That would be nice for endgame players and early game. Yeah. And that would actually work within the confines of it being something completely segmented from the rest of the game, but I could see that. I think you mean rogue light mode, though. Oddly enough, you wouldn't think so. There's a difference between a rogue like and light. Likes, I do not enjoy, because it is completely random and up to luck in order for you to win. Because every time you die or get reset, you just start from scratch. Whereas a rogue light is a light variant of that has RPG elements. So even if you die, you'll get reset, but you'll keep a certain amount of currency that you can slowly invest in your character to eventually force your way past the grind. I don't know why I explained that, just because you'd be surprised how many game developers don't even know that those are the differences between the genres. Personally, I really like roguelites because you can actually progress. But at the same time, it's very, very padded content. I do think it would work well with Trove, though. I mean, if it was up to me, obviously, I would still love for them to... I think they need to overhaul the loot in this game. Make it so that it's more like Diablo loot, where it has like different suffixes and prefixes. Or affixes, sorry. I think that would work really, really well, but it's not gonna happen. Oh, you did mean a roguelike. Okay. As in every time you enter from the start. Yeah. I think that could work. But the trick would be trying to find a way to convince players to actually bother doing it. Like, I think it'd be nice to have that form of infinite content for Trove, but what would it be for? Maybe just mastery and costumes? I don't know. Or you could get, like, gear that you would be able to use outside of the roguelike dungeon. I think that would work, actually, very well. Like, it would have to have some form of progression tied to the rest of the game. But yeah. A new U11 torch would be cool. Oh, please, God, no. I don't want it. It took me long enough to get my U10 torch, bro. Later, just... I was thinking raw materials and collectibles, but it could be further expanded. Yes, no, raw materials and collectibles would be cool. That's kind of what I meant, too. Like, yeah, like just cosmetics. That'd be dope. Just a couple mounts and junk that they could slowly add to it. I still think Trove could, like, if they wanted to make continual income, you know, right now they kind of got this stupid curiosity merchant. Let me just hop in the hub for those of you that are returning or whatever. They have this curiosity merchant that essentially has like limited amount of items in its shop for a limited amount of time. But in order to get all of the items, you have to buy the previous week's items. It's really, really stupid and annoying. And essentially, this guy is selling a bunch of stuff that would normally just be in a pack, but he sells them at an up price because these are 500 credits each. And this is just an ally. Like, don't get me started on the costumes and mounts and junk like that. Now, here's my idea. Take all the crap that you have in there. Take all the, you know, older resources and junk that you have here, like even the bamboo dragon. Take that out of the store. Add a battle pass. A battle pass would work wonders in Trove. It would give us something to do. They could continually just add new seasons. You could grind it out with your dailies and what have you. And then you just get cosmetics. That'd be fine. I think it would work really well in Trove. But maybe I'm a psycho. Should any of my gems have health on them for Shadowhunter endgame? No. You're going to have crit damage, crit hit, and physical damage on pretty much everything. And then once you have 100% crit hit, then it doesn't matter. So you're going to swap any extra crit hit you have for max health. That's basically it. It's not complicated. Oh, somebody else already answered. Well, there you go. No, in Trove, they would have a $30 battle pass, and the free battle pass would give you barely anything. Well, that would technically be any battle pass, right? But I think if they copied Fortnite's battle pass, ideally, like I think Fortnite still, ironically, has the best battle pass out of any video game. Maybe Halo Infinite. I know people hate Halo Infinite, but I actually loved it. And the big trick that Halo Infinite did was once you bought the battle pass, you just owned it forever, and you could just equip it and decide to level it anytime that you wanted to. So it takes the FOMO out of it, which I think that would work with Trove. You know, again, it would give us stuff to do, stuff to grind. And then people would be much more inclined to get it if it didn't have the time limit on it. But at the same time, the FOMO is, well, it's FOMO. You know, it's designed there for monetization. I'd be okay with it. What I think they should do, though, is like what Fortnite does, which is extremely smart, is you only have to buy the battle pass like maybe once or twice, I think. And then eventually it starts, so long as you play the game and actually grind up the battle pass, you can just get the next battle pass for free because you get enough of the cash shop currency that you could actually buy the next battle pass. So why is that smart? Oh, well, players are playing the game for absolutely free. How are they making money? Because they know that all you got to do is get their foot in the door. Get players on your game. You get people actively playing the game, they're more than likely going to spend money, or they're more than likely going to end up spending those extra currency tokens on something in the shop that they find interesting. Like, I personally think that rather than a whole year of worthless updates for Trove, like the tax update and stuff like that, if they just took some serious time to copy the monetization of like other games, I think it would work wonders, and then potentially could generate a lot more income for the game, which would mean that Game Ago might actually see it as a more viable, project, that they hire more people, and then we would get better updates. Because at the end of the day, obviously the game has to be profitable, and that's fine. But the problem is that the profits of Trove are slowly dwindling and going down because everyone's so fed up with all these lackluster updates and just things that are not worth it. Like take for example, my most recent unboxing video, I got like $100 worth of the mana boxes, right? And then we found out like almost immediately after, it's like, oh, so I spent $100 for items and resources that would have otherwise taken me like 3 or 4 hours to grind free to play. Because the devs don't think about these things. They don't calculate them because they don't play this goddamn game. So they don't know the value of these items or how quickly players can earn them. There's something to be said where it's like, oh, okay, cool. You can actually grind these free to play and it's very, very efficient. But the cost ratio of pay to win is just not equal. It's like, that's $100 like that, over the course of like 4 or 5 hours, like, bruh, you'd have to be working construction or something to make that kind of bank, like to actually justify it. And I don't know if there's many whales on this game because it doesn't have the stuff that whales enjoy as much as, like gacha games or whatever else. I think in terms of gacha mechanics, I don't know if Trove would necessarily work with gacha mechanics, but I do think that there should be a fragmentation system for items. Like I still think that you should be able to loot collect Crystal 1 to get fragments that could eventually force it into Crystal 2, Crystal 3, 4, so on. Kind of like the Crystal Rings already do, but just for gear and everything else, I think would work very well. But that would just be a super quick, easy band-aid fix, because then, like, the whole problem with Trove for a lot of people and why they quit is they don't see the light at the end of the tunnel because there's way too many things in the way of that, So if they would streamline it a little bit and make it so that it was a little bit more attainable, or at the very least easily seen, where it's like, oh, well, it's going to take me like 500 hours to get the amount of fragments for Crystal 4, but at least I can do it. Because that's the thing, is they're not really like God bless the Trove devs, but they're not very good at like focusing on adding things for player retention. I'm not saying I'm an expert in that regard by any means. I'm not a game developer. I'm just some idiot who's been playing this game for like 9-10 years or whatever. But there's things that I think would work with this game, and there's a lot of things that the devs add that just simply do not work and are clearly designed by someone who doesn't play this game. That's kind of the biggest thing that hurts this game so much, is the devs keep adding things that clearly they think is cool, but they didn't take any feedback on from like an actual human being who plays. Which kind of sucks, because I still remember back when the Trove devs used to play the game, and they had their own like accounts and would grind stuff, so they had that first-hand player experience. Nowadays they're just like, everyone's complaining just because it takes X amount of time, and it's like, they'll add stuff to the game and people calculate like almost the first day, like in the first few hours, and they're like, oh, this thing requires 500 million gem dust, and it's like, do the devs even realize how difficult that is? a lot of it technically feeds into the cash shop because, yeah, you could buy the gem dust through various means, but the cost itself would be like what is it for the Trove skill tree? It's like $4,000 or something to max it out if you were just completely pay to win. It's something ridiculous. I think the amount that I just mentioned is way too high, but still, it's like at least over $1,000. And it's like, for what? Stat increase? No like feedback, no gameplay gets improved. It's literally just numbers going up. So, I don't know. I thought I heard someone say Gamago is a much better company than Tryon Worlds. Oh God, yes. I'm so glad Tryon Worlds went bankrupt. Everybody keeps knocking on Gamago, saying like, oh, all they do is add loot boxes and stuff like that. Gamago has been one of the best things that's ever happened to this game. We've had a year's worth of garbage updates, but before then we had like 2 or 3 years of really some of the best updates Trove has ever seen. And arguably a lot of the updates are very free to play friendly, which is something that just didn't happen with Tryon Worlds. Oh yeah, no, don't get me started on Josh Strife Hayes. I was subscribed to him, but the more videos of his that I watched, the more I saw him just going for the money. He's an idiot. His video on Trove, like I was like, oh man, this is gonna be so fun. He's really gonna lay into it. And it was just like, oh, he's just following the same formula he does for all of his other videos because that's what it is, a formula, because it gets views. And right then I was just like, nah, I'm out. Like, again, I'm not saying Trove's like the best game ever. It's, you know, it's my favorite game. And I can acknowledge that I'm a little bit biased towards certain things. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I've always been overly, openly critical about the things that I don't like. And at the end of the day, there's still so many things that Trove does better than most other games. Like, let's be real. Again, even referring to the base game mechanics, the fact that this is like a third-person shooter, essentially, that is an MMO, that doesn't happen. Like, even the fact that the entirety of the game's meta, if you want to even call it that, goes towards movement speed and verticality. Like, what? So many freaking games, let alone like MMOs, you're stuck to the ground. They don't want to deal with jumping because obviously it has server spike issues and stuff, which, you know, happens with Trove a lot with rubber banding and junk because it's trying to calculate your vertical space in this world along with your horizontal, which, yeah, I get it. But I still, again, would say that the core gameplay mechanic is why I still play this game and why I still love it. It's just there's a lot of art fluff around it that I don't like. What about the overabundance of crafting materials? Yes, it's terrible. It really is. But at the end of the day, do you have to do any of that stuff? Not really. Like, in a lot of ways, you could actually see it. Maybe I'm being too optimistic here or too biased. Pick whichever word you want. I think that the fact that Trove has so many different things to do is actually like really good when you first start out. I know it can be very overwhelming, which is kind of the biggest problem. Like, I do think that they need to streamline a lot of things. But at the end of the day, think about it this way. Why would you go into it trying to max everything out? If you're doing that, then you're playing video games wrong. Like, I'm sorry. I know that there's people that'll get into the meta of stuff like that, and they like that type of game. But it's like, really, dude, like, is it enjoyable? I mean, I guess if it is, who cares? Go for it. Be you. But that's just a larger conversation that's unrelated to Trove and just talking about video games in general, where it's like, I think play the games that you enjoy and find ways to enjoy them your own way. You know, it's like people always asking, oh, what's the best class? It's like the class that you enjoy, because otherwise you're going to quit, because you're going to get bored, because you're going to be forcing yourself to do something you don't want to. In which case, why the hell are you doing that? It's a video game. It's supposed to be fun. It's a form of entertainment. I like grinding. I like seeing numbers go up, but I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm trying to max out or anything. There was a point with Trove where, yeah, I was top of the leaderboards and all that crap, sure. But eventually it was just like, no, this is not sustainable and it's not enjoyable. And then I started to really be able to, I don't know, increase my real life FOV and, you know, look at well, what are the aspects that I do enjoy about the game? And more so, what are the aspects about video games that I enjoy? And then, you know, as much as I hate on this game, I still came to the realization, it's like, well, I've been playing this game for this long and I haven't gotten bored, so it's definitely doing something right. I think it's just the fact that it's a random generated world and, you know, I'm constantly just on the move. Like, there's just something about that that I just find, like, weirdly soothing. And then numbers going up is a very easy thing for me because it's just, I don't know, my ADD just kicks in and it's like, yes, I like this. Like, I really, really like RPGs, especially if the core grind is really good. And with Trove, yeah, almost everything about this godforsaken game is just numbers go up, lol. But anyways. Yeah, meta slaves. It's like there's definitely a time and a place for meta slaves. I don't think it's Trove, because Trove's not complicated enough to bother. But more so, I think that I still would argue it's more enjoyable to go into the game not doing that, and then maybe you're passionate about the game enough that eventually you evolve into that. Because if you're always trying to play at your most optimal, then eventually, like, you're just gonna burn out quicker. It's like, I still remember there was a moment, this was years ago, I still remember, like, being on Shadowhunter, or no, I was on Neon Ninja. That was back in the day when I was maining Neon Ninja, just because he was fast, right? And, you know, I was already grinding for like a few hours or whatever, and there was this random guy that came around and he started like farming the same dungeons as me, you know, just, it happens all the time. And I could tell, like, I just instantly could tell he thinks this is a competition. And then, sure enough, you know, he's going through dungeons and he's slightly faster than me. And then, you know, he kind of talks smack about it, where it's like, oh, noob, you're too slow, right? Like, he was trying to have his time in the sun, where it's like, oh, I'm faster than the YouTuber, right? And then I was just like, okay, I don't care. And then, you know, the whole thing is, it's like, I'm playing the long game. Like, if you're doing that, you're gonna burn out. That's why I'm still playing this video game. And that guy probably quit that week. Like, you know? And I'm not trying to say that as like a weird flex or anything. I'm just saying, like, just to appreciate like what you enjoy and to just kind of chase that. It's the same as how I would never talk smack to anybody who's like, I just don't like Trove, or I just moved on from Trove or whatever. Like, I'm not gonna try to convince them to come back. That's not my job. Or people that just start playing Trove and they're like, this game sucks, you know, like, even with Josh Strife Hayes, it's like, he doesn't like the game. That's fine. I don't care about that. What I do care about is him acting like he knows everything about the game just by playing it on a surface level. And it's not even like necessarily about like, oh, how dare he insult my baby or anything like that. You know, nothing stupid. Like, my ego is not involved with it. And I'm not even trying to put shots out towards him or anything. It's just, there's something that how would I put it? There is a difference between myself and other content creators. I'm not necessarily saying I'm like unique in this fact. There's other content creators that are like this as well. But there are content creators out there where the passion comes first. And then there's content creators out there where the money comes first. And the main reason they're doing it in the first place is for financial gain. I completely unsubscribed from the idea of like focusing on the analytics, the numbers, and chasing the views, which is why, you know, some people try to come around and try to say like, you know, your channel is dying and all this crap. And, you know, arguably I'm not getting that many subs since we hit like 200K and everything like that. But I'm sitting here comfortably making a full-time living from playing video games, and playing video games that I enjoy and focusing on what I like to do. As far as I'm concerned, bro, I've made it. Like, I am successful. I'm happy doing what I'm doing, and chasing the views and chasing the money and chasing all that crap. Like, the content creator side of things, I hate it. It's a rat race, because it's like, you're basically in one of the most competitive markets in one of the most competitive jobs on the planet. Like, everyone tries to act like, oh, being a content creator is so easy. God, no, it's not. I'm just grateful that somehow through the years I've been able to carve out my own little weird niche of like psychopaths that enjoy the same games I do, and furthermore have slowly started to, as the years have went by, become more comfortable with like who I am as a person and the content that I'm delivering, and think that I'm worth watching. Like that's already like so freaking cool to me, you know, and that's what keeps me going. But as soon as you start like just hating on things for the sake of it, or like just trying to do things for views and stuff, like you're basically selling your soul, man. And I kind of have strong opinions on that, because honestly, there was a point where my channel was moving in that direction as well. And it was just like, okay, I'm getting a lot of views and everything, but I'm not happy. And it was really, really pushing my mental health. So it was just like, okay, well, let's sacrifice that. And then, you know, then all the hate comments came in about like, oh, the channel's dying and all that stuff. And those were affecting me really, really hard. And, you know, my pay got really low during the low months and everything. And then eventually it started to iron out. And it was just like, oh, okay. So just stay true to myself, and that's what works. I don't mean to get all philosophical here, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying thanks, guys. And while we're at it, we got the stupid dragon. Hopefully I have enough bamboo. I really hope I have enough bamboo. Oh, God. Excuse me. Anyways, excuse my rambling. Does harvesting your plants on Tuesday affect how much you will get from your harvest? As far as I know, yes, but I could be mistaken. It's been years since I did gardening. I'm sorry. All right, let's get rid of all the garbage. And then let's see here. Wait, I got crafted at this stupid thing. Can I craft the dragon? Yes, I can. Well, I can craft this. Bum, bum. Guys, I got the egg. I got the egg. I got the egg. Okay, yeah, I can craft the dragon. It says that I can't. And we only got 17k over. So 7k over. Nice. Give it to me. 250 mastery for garbage. Sweet, bro. A dragon I will never use. Enjoy it now, fellas. This is the only time you're ever going to see me use this. I'm gonna have to check my streams and see. We got that dragon pretty quick, man. Like everyone was telling me day one that it was gonna take like 15 hours, but it only took like maybe 4 or 5, if that. But I mean, it's a reskin of one of my favorite dragons, so hey, cool. But oh, let's see, what are the fireballs actually? That's lame. It should be shooting sticks or bamboo or something. I do like how there's a panda hanging on the back for dear life. So that's cool. Anyways, now I can finally make like a short video talking about this stupid dragon. But yeah, with all of that said, I appreciate you guys coming, watching, listening to my podcast where I play video games at the same time. I hope you had fun. Have a wonderful day.